Thank you. We started doing this thing at the beginning of our shows where we just silent for however long the audience is with it. So what I was just doing there was looking at y'all because I wanted to see y'all's faces, you know, because I'm like happy for y'all, like seriously. So, yeah. When I was first contacted about doing this commencement address to y'all, I really got super excited about it. Because with this being such a prestigious American school of music, I honestly couldn't wait just to look directly at the future, because that's what I see y'all as that. Like, I know that y'all are the now, y'all are the next, and I'm really excited to hear how y'all hear things, you know. Because to me, I've always been interested in the next, the future of things, hence the name 3000. Yeah. After I got the call, I started doing this thing that I always do, unfortunately, to myself, where I started to ask myself, like, why me? Like, what could I possibly say to these musically advanced individuals as they're about to go out into the world? Like, what can I offer them, you know, me being a rapper? So if someone were to walk up to me right now and say, André, I'll give you $2 billion right now if you can look at this keyboard and with only 2 seconds on the clock, if you can point to a key that would play the E note, I would not be able to. I would lose that money. See, most of my generation of music makers were raised on drum machines and samplers. These were our first instruments that we played with. My first drum machines were an Akai MPC 3000, yeah, and a SP 1200. Most of us didn't have musical training of any kind, especially not from public schools. Most of the music programs had been cut out of schools by this time. But in search for the perfect samples, it forced us into a practice of patiently listening to records, listening for special moments in the records, sounds, inspiration, and this led me to reading the musician credits on those albums, which led me to want to pick up instruments to try to do what they were doing. No, I didn't get the name André 3000 from the drum machine. That came to me in 1999 when the world was, you know, all up in an uproar, having this looming fear of this thing where all digital electronics would go haywire in the year 2000, Y2K. I was trying to look beyond, so André 3000 meant to look ahead. So the 3000 is the year 3000, AD. Now in the year 2025, with 355,982 days left to that marked year, I get to look ahead, like look at you, because you are the futures. And I'm excited to hear how y'all hear things. My first powerful music experiences came from church, local radio stations, and music television programs. My granddad, he had a little bit of church off Cascade Road in Atlanta, Georgia. And the style of music that came out of that one-room building usually consisted of syncopated foot stomps, claps, human moans, wails, and verbal responses like, yes, yes, and said, and preach, and my Lord. No drummer, no keys, no guitars, no bass, just the rawest you could get. As a child, I watched how deeply people were moved by these sounds, and that clearly felt like something. I remembered that feeling. Riding in the car with my mom, I distinctly remember one song in particular that came on the radio that put things in perspective for me. My grandmother had passed away that morning, So my mom came to pick me up out of school, and this Joe Jackson song, Steppin' Out, played on the radio. The beat sounded like some type of future. The piano chords were hopeful and moving, and when he sang, "We're young but getting old before our time." We'll leave the TV and the radio behind. Don't you wonder what we'll find stepping out tonight? In my little kid brain, I didn't take it as him simply stepping out to a party or having a night on the town. I'm thinking stepping out into the future. I somehow knew in that exact moment that time was moving fast, and us people and things will be left behind at some point. I remembered that feeling. By the time I got to high school, I was able to go to parties and clubs, and I remember that first feeling, that surge of energy that you get when a DJ will put on a new Tribe Called Quest record. And the crowd would make that collective noise of excitement. The whole room would do it. And I wanted to be a part of that. So actually, I wanted to be a DJ first because I wanted to make that feeling happen for people. But somehow, me and my high school partner, Big Boy, watched a lot of rap music videos and decided to start our own rap group. We named it Outkast. I started to produce the records by our second album and be able to fully dive into concepts and ideas where we might be able to take it and where we could go with it. I kept my mind open and my antennas up. I call them antennas because you're kind of just out trying to capture something. And I threw everything that I was interested in, and I threw it into the pot. And I tell you, the adventures you will find when your mind is open, when you will lead you in life to so many surprises and discovery for you and your listeners. Always stay excited about something. That'll keep you going. There started to be this ritual that would happen after every album that we would finish. Me and my cousin, we would hop in the car, and I would say, hey, check out this new album, the new Outkast album we just finished. Starting with ATLiens, our second album, he would turn to me after he would listen to albums, and he would look me like really seriously in my face, and he would say, man, I'm scared for you, Dre. After every album, he would say this because each album was more radical than the last. I told him, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Critics, opinions, praise, all of it, that's reverberation, that's after the work is done. So it's important for me to tell you that people will talk about what you do, good and bad. You will feel good and bad, but none of it matters. Like once it's recorded, once you've done what you have to do, that's the work. Everything else is chatter, and it does not matter. It doesn't contribute to what you're doing. So always keep your original reason for doing music, that original feeling that you got when you were a kid, when you heard the song and you wanted to get into music in the first place. Always keep that original feeling. Overall, the notes, the scales, the changes, the chords, what's most important is the feeling. The people listening, they don't know any of that, so it's really important for you to transfer and relay your feeling. So never back down. If a crowd is booing, that doesn't mean that you stop and say, hey, I'm sorry, what do you want me to do? You keep going. Yeah. Art is not about let me take your order and I'll do it for you, but there is a life for that if you're an entertainer, and there's great entertainers. If you're an entertainer and that's your job to entertain people, yes, you do that. But if you're an artist, your job is to stay true into what you feel and stay true into your instincts, stay true and to what drives you. And so to do that, you have to have some thick skin. So don't worry about what people say, good and bad, because the praise can it can blind you in ways too. So stay on your path. Thank you.